give more details in a minute about that. So the session one is today in a couple of minutes at 7:30 Italian time. Tomorrow there is one around noon 30, and on Thursday there is a session early on at 8:30 Italian time. So the reason why we have put sessions in the evening, in the middle, and early is because we tried to accommodate the time zones of presenters to different times in the day, so that people can present during a normal day in their time zone. So now showing maybe in the next slide more how the poster sessions are going to be organized. So there will be in 3 different rooms in Gathertown. These rooms are located on the top of the map, and you can find them if you go up. And so you will have to go to the room of the day. So today will be room 1. Now looking further into how the booths are organized on the next slide, please. Yes, each booth has a booth number. And if you want to find a specific poster, you can check on the poster program on the website, where the poster room and the poster booth is indicated, and then you can look for the number in the booth. We recommend to the poster authors, please go to the next slide. We would recommend to the poster authors to be present near the poster, of course, and because the attendees cannot know who among all the people is the author, we would recommend to stay next to the poster, maybe on the left side, so that attendees that would enter the booth know who is actually the poster presenter. Please go to the next slide. A nice thing about Gathertown is that as soon as you are in the same private space, then the videos are popping up and you can start to discuss, and this is actually the aim of the session. So we would recommend all the authors and the attendees to have the videos switched on and the microphones on, so that you can start to discuss. And when someone enters your booth, we recommend also that the author would present himself as an author, so as to start a discussion. When you are near the poster is highlighted, and then pressing the X key, you can actually look at the poster together while discussing about it. So next slide, please. And another thing is that we have put everywhere in Gathertown different locations where you can see video screens. On these video screens, if you interact with them, you will see a poster teaser video that contains just a one slider presenting the poster ID and the room number and the booth number. So looking at this video, if you have interest for a specific poster, you have the indication where to find it. So I'm handing back over to Ian for the Best Poster Award.
Okay, thanks, Alain. So as with previous years, there's going to be a Best Poster Award again this year for all poster authors. Posters will be assessed during the allocated sessions, so on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and the ones indicated that Alain pointed out. We've got specially selected, chosen experts, independent experts from the community who will be taking part in the assessment process. As with previous ISMAR events, please ensure you're at your poster booth within the session you've been allocated, just to be ready to answer questions and present your work and be in with a chance of winning the award. So finally, before we hand over from the poster sessions, we just want to reiterate for everybody to have fun within the sessions. We feel that Gathertown and the poster rooms that we've created and the sessions we've created should create a fun environment, and we're best try and represent the sort of environment we would get in reality if we were having a poster session. So they should be fun. Please engage in the sessions. Please ask questions. Please present your work. And really try and interact with the ISMAR community. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah, so next up, we're going to have, yeah, here we go. Ryan, please, and the competition shares. We're eager to hear some more details about the competition.
Sure. Just waiting for Ferran to share screen.
Almost there, just to click on the right place to share and optimize the video. Okay, so here we go. Is it good?
I don't see the presentation.
Okay, it says that I'm sharing.
I think you might be sharing another desktop or not the primary screen.
Let me, strange. Sorry for that. Because I'm sharing the screen. Oh wait, okay, sorry, yeah, my bad. Okay. Now it should be good.
Okay, great. So I'm Ryan McMahon, and I'll kick us off and then hand off to Ferran, who will hand off to Vojko. So so this is the 2021 contest. The focus was natural social interactions at the hybrid conference of the future, which tended to be fortunate considering what happened with us having to go completely virtual. So we had three primary functional requirements for any solution submitted to our contest this year. So first, the implemented solution needed to facilitate natural social interactions among multiple remote attendees. So that would be basically, you know, from you to me currently, like we are now. We also wanted the solutions to preserve the natural social interactions among multiple attendees co-located at a conference venue. So that would, if we were all in Italy, that would preserve those social interactions. And then we want to make sure the solutions also facilitated natural social interactions among multiple remote attendees and multiple attendees co-located at the conference. Next slide. So to kind of get the contest going, we had teams that were interested in submitting. They had to submit high quality videos demonstrating their tentative solutions back in July. We received a total of 7 entries. And after thorough review, we determined that 3 of the entries were acceptable and successfully demonstrated all 3 requirements. So in random order, we're going to present those.
Okay, so I'm going to basically play the different videos, as we only have three contestants. We thought it was the good to display the 3. So this is the first one, is the owl. So let's see this more.
So this is the end of the keynote. Any questions?
Yes, please. How many cameras are needed in order to remotely drive the robot?
At this moment, we have 4 cameras to cover the whole immersive cockpit. Any other question?
Yes.
From the remote people?
There is any prototype or demo available?
Sure. In this conference, we have taken with us a full prototype of this vehicle. And even for remote people like you can just come virtually to our booth and we can give you a live demo if you want. So let me introduce you to Hati.
Wow, this is impressive.
And it's complete. It's nice.
I was super interesting. That's why I also called my colleague Cristina.
Sorry, this is the second entry, like having conference experiences in the arena. Okay, and finally, the last contestant, so Connect, an application for hybrid conferences.
We are happy to present you the Connect project. It's an application for hybrid conferences. Composed of 3 applications, both the remote and local attendee can communicate easily, without extra devices. For the remote attendee, we have developed a virtual world application. The idea is to create a digital twin of the local conference place. Remote attendee can send messages and make video calls with other remote attendees, but also with local attendees. You will wonder how they can make video call with local without disturbing the conference experience? Well, in the local area, video projector will project the names of the remote attendee on the ground in their real position, recording the virtual world. Local attendee will have a cell phone application. When they come in a video projector area, they will scan a QR code that allows the display of their names in the virtual world. The cell phone application can scan the projected name and the user can send messages or make video call with the remote attendee. In this way, we mix remote and local attendee. The communication thanks to the video call is more natural than only with vocal calls. Please come try your application and see what the future of hybrid conference will be like.
Okay, so at that moment, I would like also to thank all the contestants because they did a lot of work to bring their demos to the applications to the conference. So I really hope that you could try all of them, and I let Boy to conclude.
Okay, thank you, Ferran. Thank you, Ryan. So hi, everyone. The competition will be on Wednesday, October 6th. So there will be a panel of judges with no conflicts of interest other than, so it is not the chairs of the competition. It's a panel of judges with no conflicts of interest who will experience and then rank demonstrations and solutions in a separate session just to make sure that they all have access to all 3 of the submissions. But there is a second component to the final ranking of the solutions presented, to the hybrid conference solutions presented, namely you. So it is very important that you find time to check out these various demonstrations and also vote for them. There is a place for voting via Qualtrics. So I don't know if Ferran, you can quickly switch to the main website of the conference and show in the drop-down menu under program, there is a separate entry now for competition. And if you click that, then people will have access to information that allows them to experience the 3 solutions, but also to vote. Yeah, so there is even a convenient QR code for you to use. Thank you. So the winners will be announced at the end of the conference on Thursday, October 7th. So obviously these times are Italy time, conference time. And the winners will be rewarded. So the grand prize, the first prize has a cash component. So the winners will get $1,500 as a reward, but also, and by the way, these are not sorted in any way. Also, they will get an invitation to submit a paper to IEEE TVCG for inclusion in next year's ISMAR journal proceedings. And the third component of the grand prize reward will be that they will get up to 5. So again, these teams are larger teams, but for most cases, I think all of the team members will be able to get a 3-day all-access pass at AWA USA 2021, and you see there the links for that event. The second place will be rewarded with an honorable mention, and that includes a $500 cash reward. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, so I think that's all we had. So do Ryan or Ferran have to add anything? I don't know whether we get a chance to say this again, but it was a lot of fun to work with Ryan and Ferran, and yeah, we're very happy to have had good submissions. And yeah, it's kind of ironic that we're worried about hybrid conferences and that we went purely virtual, but I also want to make sure that everybody understands that these demos will actually create a local space, and we'll have local attendees, albeit in their own labs. So they will be able to demonstrate the hybrid aspect. It's not going to be a purely virtual demonstration, or only a demonstration of the virtual aspect of their systems. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you so much, Voiku. Yes, so we're running a little bit late on time, so I will just wrap up on behalf of the research demo chairs as well as the Pitch Your Lab. But for completeness, we did have a handful of research demos submitted this year. 15 ultimately were accepted, you know, depending upon how the demos get routed in different ways. Rather than not, you submit a paper or a poster paper, and then you're encouraged to do a research demo. And I'll just reiterate that the research demonstration authors will be at their booths tomorrow at 20 CST in GatherTown. The booths are numbered as described by the poster chairs, and the research demos are in booths 71 through 85. And here's just a little sampling of what you'll see there. They have videos, much like other booths in GatherTown, that you can watch, even if the authors are not there. But if the authors are there, of course, we encourage you to discuss their work. And this is just a small sampling. I'm particularly fond of the Deepfake Peanut Farmers. That's a great name. I got to go see what that is, and I recommend you do as well. And then regarding the last component, that's sort of all packaged up here in GatherTown for you to experience and kind of walk around, are the research labs. And we were very fortunate to have Wallace Lagas chairing this committee, and also very fortunate to have a handful of labs send representatives and content to promote and showcase their groups, from Steve Finer's group in Colombia, Mark Billinghurst's in South Australia. We also have some Australian groups, as well as Nokia Bell Labs, and also from the University of Bologna. So this is an Italian group. So those will be in GatherTown booths 89 through 93. Again, present tomorrow, at present all the time in content, but live speakers tomorrow at 20. So up next, so now we'll segue out of this Zoom space, and I thank all of you, the attendees that are with us here. We have our panelists from the previous panel are going to be waiting over in GatherTown. And as already mentioned, we're going to have poster room 1 open for you all to see all the posters in that room and speak with the authors. And then lastly, I'll just mention, if you can still hang with us later tonight, we're going to have an interactive city walk with Puglia, where we're going to be live streaming from several different cities in Puglia. And in the time between the city walking, I've prepared some ISMAR trivia questions. And so we'll see who knows the most about ISMAR's history, being the 20th anniversary and all. And I've tried to talk some other people into joining me on stage. We'll see how it goes. But for now, this webinar is going to conclude, and I encourage everyone to head over to GatherTown and head up to the poster rooms, as well as the competition research demos, and Pitch Your Lab. Thank you.